Hi you guys, I am so excited to be here with you and welcome to my channel. This has been long awaited, so I just want a quick pat on the back, because it has been a journey and I am more than grateful and excited. I just want you guys to come along. Let's enjoy ourselves. I do have lots of stuff planned for the future and I'm excited to reveal that to you guys soon. So today, hold on. I put a sound effect over that, but it literally sounds like it was me swallowing. A side note. Hydration first. So since this is my first video, I kind of just wanted to do a get acquainted with me, go on a walk and talk, introduce ourselves so that we can just get to know a little bit more of me. Honestly, I did quite literally just wake up. So we're gonna change and do all that fun stuff and I'll be back. Do a little quick transition.
Spots on.
Y'all, I forgot. Look at my nail. I have a nub. It just fell off one day and I was just like, all right. I still have it though. I was just saving it, I guess, and just in case I could somehow put it back on. Drake me and Gucci no. Okay, for real though, on a real note, I'm just currently just putting on some eyebrow gel. I'm just about to curl my eyelashes. But are your ears open? Are your ears open? Wait. People who love you and support you when it's beneficial. I'ma forgive, I won't forget, but I'ma dead the issue. That's enough for now. I be having too much fun when I'm getting ready, for real, and I think that's how it should be. If you're not having fun when you're getting ready, then what are you doing? Just have fun. Life's too short to not have fun, for real. Anyhow, we are all ready. I'm finna grab glasses. This song touches something in my heart. Is it just me or it's wait.
Why do you think my brain is made for
Okay, I am all ready. I got my little bag, my little pouch for now. It's convenient, get you a little fanny pack. Who cares, It feels so nice outside. It's so pretty. When the weather is not excruciating hot and you can still kind of enjoy the day without sweating. That's kind of what the weather is like now, I would describe it as. Y'all, I am obsessed with spring. I forgot how much I really like it just because look how pretty the flowers are. Hello. Hi, beautiful. I am quite literally obsessed with anything that involves outside or nature. I love, honestly. It's just so pretty. We made it on our trail here. It is so pretty outside already. And the trees and stuff are really pretty. Honestly, where do I start? Well, for one, I'm from Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I currently go to school in Arkansas. I've loved my journey here so far, and I'm still excited for what the future holds. I'm not gonna, sugarcoat anything here. It is kind of difficult to be vulnerable. Anyone can say that, I feel like everyone agrees with that to an extent, especially in today's world. I feel like a lot of people are very not wanting to be seen, therefore not having vulnerability. So this is a big step for me, honestly, to kind of share stuff about myself, especially with this channel and what I also have planned for the future regarding content for you guys. Anyhow, so growing up, things were pretty cut out for me as a kid, I would say. Heavily involved in modeling and doing commercials and acting and things of that sort. Dancing as well. A lot happened from then. In 2018, my baby brother, Dakari, was born. He's actually the reason why I have this tattoo. I was 10 years old at the time when he was born. So I grew up as the only child, so I always wanted someone, you know, like a sibling that everyone else had, you know? So like, I was finally, you know, like, I have my brother, like, I can't wait to be the best big sister I can be towards him and give him everything that I couldn't get myself, if that makes sense. But with that being said, unfortunately, when he was born without part of his brainstem, and it was the part that controls his breathing and like just main functions of the body. He wasn't able to do that on his own. Automatically is what I'm saying. He wasn't able to do it automatically like the most of us are able to. So because of that, he did not make it, and he went to go be with God. And it was really hard for me as a child, especially I was so young, so it's kind of hard to grasp something like that, you know, coming from an only child to like finally getting a sibling that you wanted to losing that sibling. So that was very hard for me to process as a child, and I didn't get to fully process it or even I guess feel it like society and like what even is nonchalant. Like the whole idea of like being nonchalant is like hiding your emotions and like not being vulnerable, you know? And I understand it's hard to be vulnerable because that means you can get hurt, but like you have one life. And losing my brother really like put that into perspective for me at such a young age, because we are not here for as long as you think. And a lot of people take days for granted. But anyhow, I kind of got off the topic going into that whole nonchalant mess, but it's the truth. And it's a problem because of just parents trying to not, you know, trying to make you feel better by not making you feel those feelings, basically suppressing emotions. For me, it just caused like years of just build up of never like actually going through it and processing it. And that was really hard for me. And so at the beginning of the video, when I said like this has been a long journey, that included on top of tons and tons of other stuff that I, you know, will soon share with you guys, has affected the things that I've been wanting to do for my whole life. And I'm not letting that stop me anymore. And I'm just living in my truth and my purpose and my calling that God has for me. So that's why I'm just like I'm grateful for, even though bad things, you know, have happened, I'm still grateful that I can be here experiencing this world and all the goodness it has to bring to me while I'm here. So yeah. So while losing my brother was extremely hard for me and I wasn't able to process that for several years, I'm more than grateful that he's with God and definitely in a better place. So like I couldn't ever complain about that, you know? So it's better than, I'd rather him be with God than here suffering and pain, you know? So that was a lot of perspective changes I had to make regarding that. But anyhow, I feel that like losing him definitely put my thoughts on a lot of different things. It changed my thoughts and perspective of a lot once I started to process his passing and how it affected me. That's why I value quality so much, and I value this life, this beautiful life, so much, because we take every day for granted, whether you want to realize it or not. If you're not waking up grateful that God gave you air in your lungs, a beating heart to continue to move your legs and go on a walk and see this beautiful life, like, then you're not appreciating the quality, like, of life, you know? And what I mean by quality, I mean like depth. I feel like oftentimes, especially as society, kind of like what I was saying with the whole like nonchalant stuff, like so many people are superficial, like so many people are fake or inauthentic or just like they're just stuck at the box. You don't want to, they never want to open the box and like discover what's behind there, you know? And I think that's what's most important, is what's behind the box. It's literally the whole like saying or analogy, you want to call it, of don't judge a book by its cover, because once you discover like what's behind that box, there's just so much depth, you know? I just feel like a lot of mainstream society has lost like the true value of relationships, involving relationships with your family, relationships with yourself, relationships with friends. Like, it has been so altered, per se. A lot of things have been put into my perspective regarding that. The birdie. But yeah, valuing the depth that relationships can hold and bring you ultimately, you know? But yeah, it was really hard going through all of that and essentially just rewiring every aspect of that, if that makes sense. And there was a lot of rewiring I had to do to like get to the place that I am. All I can do is just thank God, truly, because like I wouldn't have been able to do it without God. And I get so emotional when talking about it, because like it truly has been a journey. And like now I'm just grateful and thankful that I can just sit here and just enjoy my life versus like be in the situations and the feelings that I felt before. And I've created a beautiful space for myself to feel safe and loved and like just enjoying, just being able to enjoy, which is more than what I could ask for from God. So I'm just extremely grateful, and I'm excited to, you know, keep building this with you guys. But yeah, besides all of that, and you know, that I learned to love the simplicity in life. Not everything has to be a roller coaster. Not everything has to have a thrill aspect to it, if that makes sense. You don't constantly have to be chasing some high. You don't have to be constantly doing things in order to have fun or feel a type of way. That was something that growing up for me was not really, I didn't understand, which I feel like most can probably agree with, that we're young, we're kids, you know, we don't really know like what to do in a sense, or like how to navigate through things. That's why like with going through certain stuff as a child, teen, whatever you want to call it, the experiences that I've had has shaped me into the person I am today. I've always been this beautiful, loving, caring, genuine, kind person, and now I'm able to just enjoy that aspect of me versus trying to hide that and cover that away. I couldn't be more thankful for that as well. I heavily value purpose as well. And with that being said, I mean purpose as in, what do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Not what your mom wants you to do, not what your dad wants you to do, not what your grandfather wants. What do you want to do? You know, most of us, whenever we're a child, we say, oh, we want to be an astronaut, like reach beyond the stars, you know what I'm saying? But whenever you get to like a certain age, that's when things for real get serious, and you're like, okay, what do I want to do? And that's when, unfortunately, a lot of people's opinions and thoughts of your own life get in the way. There's a part of you that seeks an external validation that can either be, like I said, from your parents, people in your life. It's realizing it is your life. And it might be a hard step to do, but it's a step that's going to bring you to your highest alignment with God. So many people are worried about who's going to think this and who's going to say that. I don't care. I frankly do not care. Just because you are happy and doing what you want to do is going to trigger others. It is going to make other people upset. That's just how it is. And it shouldn't be like that, because everyone should support each other and at the end of the day want the best for each other, but not everyone is going to have your back, That's why it's so important to understand that God has your back and you have your back. And whatever things you have gone through in your life don't have to be a punctuation mark for you to stop heading towards your dreams and goals. That was something I also had to learn, was that it wasn't a punctuation, it wasn't a period, it was a semicolon, it was a comma, if you will, that I was still writing my own story despite all the stuff I had gone through, good and bad. But ultimately, it has shaped me to who I am, and like I said, I'm just grateful. Well, I believe that love conquers all. It is. Everything is love. I am love. This world is love. This water is love. The sky is love. Like, everything is love to me, for real. I be feeling so filled with love, at least. But it's also realizing, like, you have to be able to pour into your own cup. You cannot rely on other people or external sources to fill your cup. You have to figure out what works for you. That was something for me that took trial and error, I would say. I tried a lot of different things so to get to where I am. And I realized all the things that I did try were just all the things that I just genuinely love doing, And it wasn't a bad thing to be multifaceted and to genuinely just like doing multiple things. There's nothing wrong with that. I have a big palette. I have a lot of stuff to accomplish and achieve. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And people are going to say what they want. People are going to try to get in your way, try to knock you down, tear you down, say whatever they want to say. But like, as long as you're doing what you need to do, you are following God's plan and his purpose. I made sure with myself that my intentions were pure. I gave all the love I could. Despite whatever the circumstance was, I always made sure I did my part, so that anytime anything would happen, I just would never feel dissatisfied, because at the end of the day, I gave my 110%. So that's another thing too, is like effort, is you have to be able to put effort into yourself and to your goals and dreams and aspirations, into the life you want to create. If you aren't putting in the effort, you can't just expect to get. You're not going to get without effort. You can't just sit here and be like, please God, make this work for me. Yes, he will open doors for you. He might make a pavement for you to step through, but you yourself have to make that action to step through it. How do I say it? I don't want to say it's like a 50% type of thing, because God is almighty and is always doing things behind the scenes for us, but we also have to realize and take our part and the role that we play. That is effort. And if you want it, get it. Go get it. That's it. Nobody is holding you back except yourself. Genuinely, no one's holding you back except yourself. And the thing is too, a lot of people try to put blame or like excuse, like, I put blame because this happened to me in my past and I grew up this way. You cannot put blame or excuses onto the things that happened in your past or where you came from.
I would just like to quickly note that what I mean by this is you have to heal yourself and want to change for the better, and that means simply not relying on the story that was.
You can only focus on the present, on the now, and where you are going. And that's a lot of what I did. I had to do a lot of rewiring and realize that it wasn't my past that is causing me to feel stuck in life or whatever the case. It wasn't any of that. It was genuinely me just holding myself back from me. That's it. Most of the times you are your own brick wall. get the sledgehammer and knock it down. Like, if you don't Miley Cyrus that wall, nobody is stopping you but you. So that was another thing too that I changed my perspective on a lot as well. But also, a lot of my past perspectives wasn't my ideology. That's because when we're young, your brain is so moldable. People, experiences mold our brains and cause us to act or think in a certain way that is probably not true to our nature. My brain was molded into stuff that I knew I wasn't, but I took on that I was. It is your own brain that can be your worst enemy. You have to know thyself. If you know yourself, you know what you are and what you are not. Therefore, those thoughts and those projections people try to put on you they don't do anything to you, because you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I was saying, it's unfortunate because even though as a child, like, experiences mold you quite a bit into how you think about yourself, how you think about the world, how you think about others, which most of the time how you think about others is genuinely a projection of yourself, of how you feel of yourself. Which a lot of people don't realize. But realizing that we are genuinely all equal and all the same, despite our thought processes, how we view things, our perspectives, we all are the same. So go and do more for yourself and go get more for yourself. If you don't want better for yourself, then what are you doing? Genuinely, what are you doing? Are you just gonna sit there and wallow? Or are you gonna, like, pick up your feet and start walking? You know what I'm saying? And that does have to do with all the discipline. But outside validity is something I had to let go of and just do it for me and God, genuinely. First of all, never been happier. Never been happier. And second of all, I've been able to be consistent. I started to be disciplined in my life. I started to be resilient. I started going after what I wanted. I let everything go. You have to let everything go, to let everything fall in place. And it's easier said than done. I'm not gonna lie, it's easier said than done. I've been probably on my own little journey for years now, probably since my brother passed away. So 2018, almost 10 years now, heading towards this, 3 more years. So yeah, I've been, like, trying to understand myself more and, like, the world around me since a very young age. And since I've grown up and been able to get more knowledge and whatnot, it's allowed me to be 18 and genuinely feel free and genuinely be happy. And now I know exactly what I need to do to just, like, continue, you know, and keep pushing towards my dreams and goals. And the thing is, too, that I also want to know is that focusing on yourself does not have to be, like, egotistical. It does not mean you don't care and want to do things for other people. Everything is a balance. Do try to, like, make balance so important in my life. There's a time when you need to be go, go, go. There's a time when you need to rest. What I'm saying is everything is a balance. It's a yin and yang. So you have to lose parts of yourself to gain different parts of yourself. And it goes all back to just balance, essentially. But anyhow, despite the hardships and experiences and situations, guys, there's a butterfly. I don't even think you can see it. Look at the butterfly, y'all. It flew away. Right as I was talking about moving forward from hardships and situations and experiences I've gone through. God is good. But anyhow, despite all of that, I never let my heart get hardened. And just like the butterfly, I used it to blossom even more, to reform those and be who I am. That was never any of those thoughts and opinions that were put on to me, ever. And it's not even to be, like, proving it to others, because I think that's where pride can easily get a hold of people. But it's just to be like, you see yourself. That's all that matters, is that you see yourself. Like, I've just been able to see myself, and now I'm at this part of my journey where I can enjoy myself. And even if that meant losing people, losing friends, losing family members, like, it was all for my greater good. And as much as it did hurt and suck to, you know, not have certain people with me anymore, it was all a part of my journey to bring me to where I am, fulfilled, happy, and continuing to grow genuinely. There's never a stop when it comes to growing. We've been growing since we were children, since we were babies. So there's never been a, oh my gosh. There's just so many, like, now there's a bird, y'all, like a blue jay. I don't even know what's going on. Y'all, this really be me like half the time. I'll just be like sitting here staring off, just like I guess connecting with nature, but in my own little world, my own little bubble, you could call it. I got so distracted by just the beauty of life, but there's a dragonfly. I just like love it. I just genuinely love it. I don't think you understand how much joy nature brings me. But anyhow, what I was saying is that there's never a stop to growth, and honestly, if you aren't seeking growth, then what are you doing? And if you are hating on people who are growing, also what are you doing? Like, if we all just kept our eyes on our own paper and just wanted to grow for ourselves as a society, we would be so much better. Okay guys, I also met some pretty cool people, and we have
Piper. My name is Piper.
Yes, Piper.
I'm Luna. I'm Izzy.
So what's your favorite thing about nature?
It's just, I like it because it's like calming and I like to think about stuff when I'm out and about. So yeah, I just think about life and things like that.
For me, like, it's just like really peaceful, and like it just like brings me to like a state of mind where I can like really think about things, and like it's just so pretty to observe and like connect with myself.
Yeah, it's definitely a place where I can like get out. I can be distracted from school and all these things, and I just like kind of, I feel like at peace with myself. Like, it's just really pleasant, and I just always feel better after like stepping outside and connecting.
I love that. Well, I'm just glad there's other people too who also see the beauty that nature is give. So I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. So. Y'all have a good one.
Wait, what's your YouTube?
My YouTube, okay, I'll tell you. It's Kimora Tater.
Okay.
We're getting.
Your first video?
This is my first video.
Are you in college?
I'm in college. I'm a freshman.
We're
Yeah.
freshmen in high school.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Are y'all ready for college or ready for the rest of your well, actually, don't even think about it yet.
My grades are so bad in high school. I can't do college yet.
Enjoy where you are right now. That's the beauty of it. It's just enjoy that, you know.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Okay, everyone say bye. They're pretty cool girls. That is all that I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed this, I guess, vlog, FaceTime, come get to know me and thoughts that I have. I hope maybe you're able to take away something and apply it to your own lives. I guess I'm gonna continue to enjoy this beautiful nature here and continue to enjoy this little experience. Talk to you guys soon.